Today is September 20th, 2018. You're listening to Hold My Whistle. Today we're talking about my buddy Foy's birthday. I got a brand new puppy. Thursday night football, Browns versus Jets. We got a wolf in the hen house in Minnesota. And we got baseball's National League West standings. I'm Paolo.
I'm Foy.
Let's get into it. Sean, happy birthday.
Thank you. It was Monday, but
It's a little late, but it's in between our episodes.
Hey, I'll take it.
And I missed your shindig. I was under the weather.
Yeah, you sounded like shit.
I was nasally last week. I don't know if you're.
Super nasally.
And so I needed a day of rest, and it came on your birthday celebration.
Yeah, we just barbecued and watched football all day. It was a good day.
Yeah. So I'm happy for you. And how old are we now? 34?
34.
So I thought, hey, we're the numbers guys. We always know numbers. Who is a notable number 34?
Walter Payton.
Walter Payton's a great 34. Bo Jackson.
Yeah, I think Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley, yeah. Sir Charles.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh, that's a great one. Was it Shaq in L.A.?
No, was he 30? No, yeah, he might have been. Yeah, I think he was 34.
Yeah.
Was he? Or was he 32?
No, 32. He was in
that was Orlando.
Right.
Let's see.
It's a great big man number.
Earl Campbell? Or was he 32?
It's in there. He's a big guy though too.
Yeah, Ernest Biner, Cleveland Browns.
Oh, the fumble.
Yes, the fumble. No, Franco Harris was 32. That's good for 34.
I like it.
I'm not gonna lie, 33 was a great year for me. It was my golden number for my birthday.
Right, that is your actual number.
That was my actual number. And people try to say it's all downhill after that if you actually had a number and after you celebrate that birthday. But I'm feeling pretty lucky because 33 was my original number. 34 could be a good year. But then I come to 35 and that
college number.
That was my college
right.
number. So, I'm going to get it twice. So I'm hoping for good things for the next couple of years.
Yeah. Any cool presents?
My daughter got me a nice pair of Reef sandals. They're brown leather. They're super comfy.
Ooh.
They just need to get broken in a little bit.
No useless tools?
No useless tools. The wife is going to get me my extended magazine for my shotgun. So when I go to Arkansas, I can shoot 9 rounds.
What is it? What's the hunting group you're going to go see in Arkansas?
We are going to Habitat Flats.
Oh, okay, that's right.
In northwestern
Those
Arkansas.
Videos are insane that you showed me.
Oh, dude, I'm hoping it's just a fraction of that.
I remember the videos. We were going to the coaching clinic at Costa Mesa, and I was like, "What are those black clouds doing?" They're like, "Those aren't clouds, man.
Those are geese.
Those are just birds flying,
just by the hundreds and hundreds.
No, millions, right?
There are thousands and thousands and thousands.
You just point up and shoot.
Pretty much. I'm looking forward to 3 solid days of blowing my shoulder out from shooting so much."
And what part? What time of the month? What time of the year are you going? What month?
3rd week in February, we'll be going to Arkansas.
Good times, man. Well, happy birthday.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
34. Big news in the Agloni household. We got a new member, a little puppy named Gemma.
Yeah.
Super excited. She's a Catahoula Collie mix.
Yeah, as if you don't need any more things to worry about.
I love her so much already.
Yeah.
We cuddle. She's cool. She already knows how to pee outside most of the time.
Most of the time?
Most of the time. She's already climbed out of her pen that I've created for her. She's a climber.
Yeah, that's not good. Just like I said, you said she learned how to jump over stuff. That's not good. She's going to be jumping over your fence nonstop.
She's going to be trained well. She knows.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get that electric collar. I might shock her a little bit.
Well, I think she might need it.
Well, I at first didn't want to be that person, but what I've read is you only have to do it for like a week or two, and they get it.
If they don't learn by then, they're just dumb.
Yeah. Don't want to put her down, but might not keep her. No, I haven't ever had a puppy.
Yeah.
It's been a long time, and it's worked. Don't get me wrong. But I get more mushy with the puppy than when I had my son. I'm like, oh, kisses.
Yeah, right.
And she already gets excited when I come home from work.
Yeah.
She's, so it's fun.
Yeah, you guys are nuts. Fucking 1.5-year-old, a brand new puppy, a baby in 2 months?
3. Yeah, end of December.
Yeah.
But even Lincoln loves the puppy already.
Of course he does.
Have you seen his face? He looks like fucking Edward Scissorhands. She has scratched him up so bad.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, her little nails and teeth.
And she probably gnaws on his face.
Oh, he goes right in for it too.
Oh, he loves it.
He snuggles. But yeah, no, I love having a puppy. And what's cool about it too is the people we got her from, they had like 3 litters, 25 puppies.
Wow.
Something crazy. And so the puppies that she's been growing up with, her brothers and sisters are all around the valley.
Oh, that's cool.
So hopefully, we go to the dog park or something, we see a couple, we know a couple of the owners who have,
well, that'll be cool.
So it's not too bad.
Yeah, so just add into the craziness.
Puppy love. I got that puppy love. It's cool.
Add into the craziness.
And I named her Gemma after the mom from Sons of Anarchy. It was gonna be Gemma or Peg. Peg Bundy's also same lady to me.
Kathy Siegel really making a comeback.
Oh yeah, and actually the new show, her husband doing the Mayans. Have you caught up with that at all?
I haven't watched any of it.
I watched the first 3 episodes. I think it's slowly progressing, but so far so good.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I just can't get into it. I really enjoyed Sons, but I just haven't got to Mayans yet.
No, Mayans is good. I'm liking it. I just want to find out all these made up towns that they live in and everything. And have you noticed in San Ynez since they had a biker rally about 3 weeks ago, and now San Ynez and the Maverick is just a biker mecca now.
Well, I drove to Long Beach today to pick up my shotgun.
You drove to Long Beach?
Yeah, because Larry the Greek, one of Josh's buddies. Big shout out to Larry the Greek if you're listening. He has a powder coat shop, and he Cerakoted my Benelli and Tony's Beretta.
So Cerakoting, is that like powder coating, or
pretty much? What it does is they take all the metal pieces and then they powder coat it with this Cerakote stuff. And what it does
it bake on too?
Yeah, pretty much. It essentially weatherproofs your gun, so it makes it more water resistant. And being an avid waterfowler, I find myself in situations where my gun's going to get wet and it's going to stay wet, or it's in mud, like wet dirt.
Right.
And, anything I can do to prevent like wear and tear on my gun.
Does it help it last longer too? Just its overall lifespan?
In my opinion, I would imagine so. It's like, you're protecting against the rust from the water buildup. Right. And, there's certain places like when I hunt down south in the Salton Sea, it's really tough, like it's super salt, salty water.
It could rust up and everything.
Oh
right?
yeah. My Remington took a beating down there. So I'm hoping with this Cerakote, it'll definitely prolong my gun's life, because, it's an expensive gun. I spent a lot of money on it and I want it to last.
Well, yeah. I think when I met all my friends that are hunters and outdoorsmen, I started buying quality stuff. I won't say expensive stuff, but quality stuff is pricier.
Yeah. Oh,
and you want to take care of your stuff.
Definitely.
And actual guns and your equipment that you use to hunt have to be top of the line or kept in condition with top of the line stuff.
One thing my uncles always told me is if you take care of your stuff, it'll last you a lifetime. And to go back to that, you buy higher quality products and you take care of it, they're going to last you a long time. It's like when you buy an ice chest. You can save money by buying a Coleman. Don't get me wrong, Coleman ice chests are good.
I grew up with at least 30 Coleman in my lifetime.
Yeah, exactly. Coleman's a decent product, but with the evolution of the cooler game, it's like Yeti, in my opinion, is still at the top of the class. I have like 4 different Yetis, and it keeps things colder. It lasts longer. I mean, granted, they cost an arm and a fucking leg, but it's worth every penny.
And like for me, like I remember being like a super cheap like Ross shopper, and I still am for certain things.
Oh yeah.
But when you buy a good pair of denim or a pair of Carhartt pants or a Carhartt jacket,
it's gonna last.
It's one of those things that just lasts. It's like, do I spend extra cash? Yeah. I want to have this jacket till I'm 50.
Yeah, you might as well.
Right? So spend the cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. Cerakoting the gun.
Yeah.
How is it just your first weapon that you've had?
Yes, it's the first thing I've Cerakoted.
Are you going to just try to get the rest of your arsenal?
My arsenal? Probably not.
Just the stuff that you're going to take waterfowl in?
Pretty much, it's the only thing that's gonna have to deal with the elements like that. My backup gun, my Benelli pump that I shoot for my backup, it's already got like I don't know
Weatherproof?
it's I don't know if it's weatherproof, but it's got like a plastic liner on it already, a hard plastic that's like binded to the gun, and it already does the job of protecting the outside. So I really only have to worry about some of the inner mechanisms of it. So I'm not that worried about it.
Yeah, I think if I get to go to the hunting trip in January, which I'm not really quite sure yet because of my life happening.
The baby.
I want to get my first shotgun. And
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I get some, again, the same conversation we're having. I want to get something quality that'll last me a long time.
There's a lot of good options out there. It all depends on what you want to spend.
Right.
You can go a multitude of directions.
There's some shotguns out there that are just ridiculously priced.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I had no idea.
really.
I thought there was like a certain range, but I didn't think it was that high for a shotgun.
Yeah, I mean,
And those are like more competition guns, right?
yeah. Once you get into the really expensive guns, that's more like the trap competition guns. It's the over/under Benellis. Like they're more European-based guns, like Italy. I want to say there's some French ones in there, but waterfowling you can go a lot of ways. Remington makes some good, inexpensive quality guns. Benelli is always a good choice. It's going to cost you more if you go with the auto loader as opposed to the pump action. Pump action, you're always going to save money on. So it's really your preference at that point.
All right. Well, that's our update on getting your guns powder coated. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Not a problem. All right. Well, hey, let's get into the show with our starting lineups. Sean, who is in your starting lineup this week?
God, it pains me to say it. It really does. I am not an SEC guy, and just the fact that I'm going to mention this just irks me.
It's 2 weeks in a row.
2
weeks in a row.
I have to. I mean, watching the way they've been playing and just fucking dominating people. The Alabama Crimson Tide, hands down, the best team in the country right now.
Phenomenal. They are so fun to watch.
They are just going out and beating people down in every facet of the game. I mean, it's like nobody is even close to their level. It's like the only team that beats Alabama this year, in my opinion, is themselves. Like,
Right.
They have to come out and shit the bed. Like, literally just not show up, not care.
And we've talked about the 2 quarterback system that they're doing. Both numbers for both quarterbacks could be a winning quarterback in 2 separate games.
Yeah, it's impressive. I can never.
Your turn.
Tua Tagovailoa. One of these days, I'm going to get that.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Close enough. The Islander kid.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's Hawaiian, Samoan, or Tongan. I'm not gonna throw that out there and offend any of
But he is playing
our poly
awesome
listeners.
football.
Oh, he's playing great.
He is one of the best college quarterbacks I've ever seen.
Really? You're gonna take it that far?
He plays minimal reps and he hits home runs.
He's got a great release. He puts the ball in good
fearless,
spots.
man.
Oh yeah, and he commands the offense. And they don't really have that premier back like they normally do. They're just pounding it out.
Their line is solid, though.
Oh yeah, their O-line.
And their defense,
always.
always.
It's like the old Baltimore Ravens, always stacked on defense. Mediocre offense, but Alabama can score points. They can stuff you. I mean, they are the complete package, and they are just rolling. And I don't see anybody.
This is the most innovative I've seen them. Because most of the time when you get Alabama, and it's just classic: run the ball, control the field, control the clock. Run down, with the arm they have now.
Well,
and they mix it up, and they're pulling, QBs in and out. It's exciting to see.
Well, it's Sarkisian's second year as the OC there, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's the second year that
Kiffin's been gone. Yeah, Sark's doing.
Remember how dramatic that used to be?
Oh man, it was like always. Like,
I don't know what it is about Kiffin, but
he's just. I don't know what it is about him.
It's cocky, white privileged.
You love to hate him.
Right.
I mean, he's just that guy. But just Alabama, I still can't.
Roll Tide.
I still can't believe I'm saying it. It's just, they are hands down the best team in the country. watching Pac-12 play, it's like JV football out there right now. Nobody's playing well. Oregon looks okay.
They're already at like peak performance looking. They look like late in the season.
Yeah, Alabama's midseason form. Coming out of the Pac-12, Oregon looks okay. Washington, I'm not impressed with. Jake Browning has not played well.
I was down on SC, and I know they didn't pull one out, but I was more impressed with them against Texas this week. I wasn't great, but I think compared to the other conferences, we should be pulling some weight. We should be doing pretty well.
Yeah, I'm just not sold yet on them. They're young, they're super young, so this could be the growing pain season.
It might be a tough Pac-12 year, I think, as far as the
UCLA's fucking trash. Chip Kelly's 0-3.
Did you see freaking Oregon State lost to Reno?
Yeah. Local kid, Toa scoring a tub, rushed for like 80 yards.
Threw a pass.
Yeah, he's thrown 2 passes this year.
He hurdled a kid.
Yeah, that was pretty tight. Arizona.
Didn't Josh have a starter for the Seahawks that he coached?
Yeah, Akeem King.
Yeah, he mentioned that, and I saw him getting reps for the Seahawks.
He got burnt for a touchdown, but he started, and the kid's in the league. Good for him.
Yeah, exactly. Getting a paycheck. Good for him.
Yeah, Akeem King out of Napomo. Good for you, buddy. Back to that Pac-12 conversation. It's like Arizona, Kevin Sumlin. They look terrible.
Yeah.
They beat up on Southern Utah.
Utah looks bad too.
Utah is like hit and miss, right? Honestly, Herm Edwards has got some things going at Arizona State, except they lost to San Diego State last week. I mean, you got UCLA losing to Fresno State. Pac-12 is just losing to shit opponents right now. Colorado's playing good ball. Of all teams, fucking Colorado.
I always forget that they're in the Pac-12.
Right?
I always wish it was Fresno that made it.
Fresno, and to me, Fresno State, like once Pat Hill left, they lost that edge because Pat Hill was a guy that would take his team anywhere, line up against any team, didn't matter the rankings, and they'd be in for a dogfight, no matter what the standings were.
Remember the good SC teams,
dude,
they went to war, and dogfights.
It was a battle
and the V on their helmet. Everyone would come to see them.
Oh, dude! I mean, that was like Ryan Matthews and the older David Carr, and it was fun to watch. Fresno State, like in that late '90s to mid 2000s Pat Hill era, it was incredible. What are they? Mountain West Conference?
Yeah, Mountain West.
The Mountain West, and they were just giving people the run for their money.
Oh yeah, and they were producing pro athletes.
Oh yeah,
and I think as of 2 years ago, they were 3-year Mountain West champs with incredible records.
Oh yeah,
just solid records.
But
that's with the Derek Carr years.
Yeah, they definitely get some guys. They're just on that lower.
Who was his
end.
receiver that he had that came out too? It was a high draft pick.
Oh shit! Is it Devontae Adams?
Oh yeah,
I want to say it was Devontae Adams.
There you go.
So that's my starting lineup for the week.
Roll Tide. I don't know how we went on that tangent on the
Roll Tide. Unfortunately, Roll Tide. Who do you got, Paolo?
All right. So I mentioned it last episode, but Ryan FitzPatrick, quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
killing it.
The man, and I love his swag.
Oh, dude!
On top, let's just talk about the press conference.
He's wearing Deshaun Jackson's outfit.
Well, he's doing a great Conor McGregor impersonation.
So good.
Full chest hair.
And that beard.
There's just hair everywhere. Dollar Shave Club or Dollar Beard Club need to endorse this man right now. He needs to start getting paid.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's been, don't get me wrong, he was a backup for a little bit here and there. But when he was with the Jets and the Bills, he was kind of an overachiever at those places too, even though
he's a journeyman.
You're right. He's the truth. He's got a great arm. 4 touchdowns in each game, and all these ESPN rankings, fantasy rankings, they doubt him every week.
Oh yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, he has a tougher game this week.
They play the Steelers on Monday night, I think. But they opened with 2 tough games. They played the Saints, and then they went to Philadelphia and whooped on the Eagles.
And he is like I said, his attitude on the field, his swag, how the team
Oh,
you know,
he
comes up-
definitely rallies the team.
absolutely. And it's just fun to watch.
Yeah.
And, you know, I love D-Jack. And he's brought D-Jack out of the, you know, everyone thought D-Jack was
resurrecting his career.
the speed is still there.
Oh, yeah.
It's,
Dude,
why not?
He's had a 75-yard touchdown in both games.
Right. Home runs, and it's fun to watch.
And they're doing it with lack of a running game. I mean, Peyton Barber not touching the ball all that much, but they're scoring 27. They scored 27 last game against the Eagles' high-rated defense, and then they scored 48 against the Saints, whose defense isn't all that bad. ESPN top 10 defense coming into the season.
Hey, if they put up those kind of numbers against the Steelers, you know.
Well, the Steelers' defense hasn't looked great.
Look what happened with KC against them.
Dude, Mahomes threw 6 tubs against them.
Right.
There's another guy right there, dude.
Home run hitter.
Gunslinger. My favorite throw.
Great weapons, though.
Oh, yeah.
Great weapons.
My favorite play from Mahomes so far this year was in the opening game against the Chargers. He was doing some kind of right action across his face, and he's reading. He pulls it, cocks back, and throws his sidearm slant to Tyreek Hill like on a rope.
Yes, the sidearm. Wow.
On a rope, in stride, and Tyreek houses it. I mean, that throw from that angle with that action, with the pressure coming, it was a pretty remarkable throw.
Oh, yeah. And for how accurate it was, too.
Oh, yeah, right on the money.
You know, does he practice that? Does that a high-level quarterback like that sidearm it that often?
I'm sure he does.
It's pretty cool. But again, going back to the Pittsburgh game, all the stuff that's happening over there with Antonio, Le'Veon, the tweets say, trade me, and
it's turning into a shit show.
It's a great time to jump on this Ryan FitzPatrick, aka can't really say it right now.
Oh, you can't say the Fitzmagic.
Can't say Fitzmagic
because that's patented, right?
Yes.
Mika Fitzpatrick. Dude, you've done nothing in the NFL, and now you've already trademarked something.
And his mom. You know, don't get me wrong. I like the business ambition, but for me, it's funny too. I was like, oh, Minka, and all I think about is Minka Kelly, the hot chick from Friday Night Lights, the TV show. She used to date Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
Super hot, and I was like, Minka. I was like reading. Like, oh no, the dolphin?
Yeah, right.
What'd he do?
Nothing.
And he trademarked freaking Ryan Fitzpatrick's nickname, Fitzmagic, that he's had for a while.
Now he's just Fitztorious,
which is awesome.
That's just as good.
I love how he just rolled off of it.
Oh yeah,
you know. But you would think because with his Harvard education, like, hey, maybe I should patent this one, bro.
He's marketing himself well.
Yeah. And Tampa, what a cool place.
Yeah, they're doing well. Let's just wait to see how the second half of the first quarter of the season goes.
Yeah, it's cool right now, but there's probably going to be drama in a couple of weeks when you get Jameis option back.
Yeah, well, I mean, as an organization, what do you do? You know, if he goes out and wins versus the Steelers, and I don't know who they have the next week. I know they have the Browns in there somewhere. The Browns,
which we'll get on in a little bit.
Yeah, I think they have the Browns.
No, they have the Bears and then the Falcons.
So you look at that, and it's like, if he can win 3 or 4
in a row. Bears are tough D right now.
Bears are playing good D. If he can come out and win, and Winston comes back, you don't bench the hot hand.
No.
I mean,
Winston
to me is on the outside looking in. He's licking his fingers for that victory like he did in his
that
W, how good it tastes. And he's watching. He's watching from the sidelines. And if I'm the Bucks, you know, you're going to create some cap space and you're going to get rid of Jameis. You know, Fitz will be the guy. You can always draft somebody next year and you write it out like that. Because is Fitz the organizational guy, the number one guy, the franchise guy? Probably not.
You know, Fitz could be, you know, he reminds me of and is Smith. He could be an Alex Smith.
Yeah.
He could get a decent contract, go to a Washington or somewhere, knock out a couple of years, help out a rookie.
Exactly.
You know, help mentor him and get him up.
Yeah.
But if he does get he's going to produce.
Yeah.
You know?
So
he's been in enough systems.
He's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. He can throw the rock. He can run a little bit still.
He's healthy.
Yeah. I mean, you know, what more do you want out of the guy?
Yeah. So, hey, that's my starter for the week. Ryan FitzPatrick. Super stoked to see you on there. And that's one guy. I know I said Jay Cutler would be fun to hang out with. Scratch that. I want to hang out with Ryan FitzPatrick.
Nice.
All right, let's get into our Riding the Pine segment.
Sit down. Sit.
Sean, what you got?
I'm going a different direction this week. Last week, I went to the movies with my daughter and her boyfriend. We like scary movies. We went and watched The Nun. I love scary movies.
Okay.
And I had decent expectations for this because it's from the Conjuring universe, because there's a Conjuring universe now.
You know what's crazy about the scary? I love scary movies too. It's almost too scary for me when it gets religious. I just would like, my grandma would come into mind and she's super religious. She always blesses me before I shoot. I could be going to next door neighbors. Mijito, come over here. And she'll cross up my forehead and send me off. So I got a little religious vein going through my body, you know. So when I used to watch, you know, whichever one of Exorcism or Exorcist or any of those, you know, demons in this, I'd be like, oh, a little scary. Don't want to go to sleep at night.
Right.
You know?
So I watched this movie, and the way it plays out is like there's just so much buildup. You're waiting for the scary shit to come, and it like never does. It's just a big tease. To me, could have been so much better. Like the setting was cool. They had everything in place. It wasn't scary. The nun itself is supposed to be scary, but to me, it just looks like Marilyn Manson. So it's like not that scary.
So there's none of those like, you know, she's around the corner. Don't go in that room. Like startling moment where it makes you jump.
I mean, there was, but it was weak.
It was expected.
It
wasn't that surprising.
It really wasn't.
Someone told me it was almost like comedic.
You know, there's some funny stuff in there, I thought, but it was just...
Does that ruin the scary movie?
No, because one of my favorite scary movies, and it's not really scary, it's more funny, it's called The Frighteners, and it's with Michael J. Fox.
I can't believe you're talking about this right now.
Dude, I love that movie.
You're such a dork.
It's such a good movie. It's one of my favorite scary movies. It's not real scary. It's got a scary plot.
It's got spirits and...
Yeah, you know, Jake Busey... Michael J. Fox and Bruce Campbell is it? I want to say it's Bruce Campbell, but
I watched half of it one time for you.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yes, I know.
But you know, just The Nun, it could have been so much better. It really could have.
Do you feel your money was wasted?
No, because I didn't pay.
Oh,
yeah.
The boyfriend?
No, Sophia bought my ticket.
Oh, what a bum!
And she bought me my Raisinets and my Diet Tote.
Did you ever used to like throw Raisinets at people in front of you?
No,
Milk Duds.
Yeah.
Milk Duds they're so hard and you could fuck somebody up. Dude, I am not the person you want to be in the movie with.
I'm not wasting good candy.
Oh, I think we already talked about it in another episode, but when we went to the movies and that one, dude, it was an empty theater.
Oh, and the dude with a huge fro sat right in front of him?
Motherfucker. No, he didn't have a huge fro. He walked his whole family in front of us.
Dude, what movie
with all the
did we
girls,
see?
I forget. Oh, Super Troopers.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Super Troopers.
Yeah.
And then he sat right in front of me. He puts his feet up, and I'm just like,
really?
Breathing down his neck. I'm like, it's empty.
Yeah.
And you picked the row in front of me, and then you put your feet up, knowing that I can't. Oh, I dogged the shit out of him.
Dude, I forgot about that. Yeah.
That was the angriest I've been in the last couple months.
Yeah.
I'm still...
You were pissed.
Oh.
You were fucking pissed. The little things, I swear.
The Nun.
What a bummer.
Don't go and watch it.
It was not good.
I'm pretty sure they're going to take a drop in sales because people are going to listen to this podcast.
Oh,
and
definitely. We're going to hammer that movie, and it's just going to tank.
We got to go on Rotten Tomatoes. And have you ever gone on Rotten Tomatoes and voted or rated?
Absolutely not.
I'm going to now and going to give it the green tomato.
Oh, okay.
Splat.
All right. What do you got? Who's riding the pine?
Okay, so I just watched the Browns-Jets game. And the first half was horrible. Boring to watch.
14-6 at half.
Boring, right? But Isaiah Crowell for the Jets, ex-Brown, is running like a madman. He's running harder than I've seen him run in a while. Right? He's hitting the hole, he's gashing.
But he had like no yards. He had like 14 carries for 38 yards.
The first half. But so anyways, like I'm saying, he gets into the end zone, he gets his tub, and he has the most disrespectful end zone dance of all time, which for me, one of the most disrespectful ones, and I love the guy, Randy Moss.
When he mooned the crowd in Minnesota?
Right. When he moons the crowd, people are like, oh my God. I can't think of another disrespectful other than the T.O. star, which I think T.O. had a different idea of what it meant, but to the Cowboy fans, very disrespectful. I remember kind of some people trying to do Lambeau leaps in different stadiums. Or this is by far the most disrespectful end zone dance I've ever seen. Isaiah Crowell scores, bends over like Randy, gets the ball, wipes his ass with it, and then just chucks the ball at the Cleveland Browns fans. Now, if you get the W, awesome. But the Jets proceed to injure Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
Which is, you think, a good step. Well, the whole crowd's been waiting for Baker Mayfield for the last 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And Baker comes on fire.
Oh, dude, he was 17 for 23, 201 yards.
And they lose, bro. The Jets lose the game. Rookie versus rookie. And, the second half it turned into a game. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
But Isaiah's touchdown dance now looks really stupid.
Yeah, you can't hold on for the dub, and now you just look like an asshole.
Oh.
First Browns win in 635 days or something.
Yeah, close to, 30. Wait, I don't know. Want to do the math, but practically 2 years.
Yeah.
Practically 2 years. I think the last time it was against my Niners.
It'd be 730.
And I think someone was mentioning that the actual streak is longer because it was a home game for them. So, I don't know. But someone was saying that now they have to win one away anyways.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, the Browns realistically could be 3-0.
Well, they had the tie. They're playing football now, and I am still sticking with I think I went down to 4 wins. So they got 25% of the wins that I said they were going to get. You were still at 6, right?
6.
So they're moving, and it's impressive.
Yeah,
and I thought the Josh Gordon cut earlier this week was like a strike against them. They got receivers. Callaway,
I think
and Landry.
By getting rid of Gordon, it opens the door for Callaway and
he
Higgins.
has wheels.
Oh yeah, he's got that top shelf speed.
Oh yeah, and Baker goes to his tight end too.
And David Njoku.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's from the U.
Yeah, it's not that where I don't know where he's from. I can't mess up these many last names.
I know.
I am just because I've done a little bit of research on myself with these episodes, and I just ruin people's names.
Yeah.
Or I just don't know how to say it correctly.
Yeah.
Or I'll add a letter, But Isaiah Crowell, coming from being an ex-Brown to disrespect your original team. If he was to retire this week or get hurt, he'd only be remembered as a Brown.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you can't even go into the city where you played most of your career? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Ride the bench.
Yeah. Great.
But hey, let's get into the game a little bit more.
Sure.
Cleveland won a game.
Yeah. Let's give him air.
I didn't know this podcast has just hated on Cleveland. We've done a lot of things. They won, so there's a lot. This is, hopefully it's a step forward for their season as the Browns.
In the eyes of the Hold My Whistle crew, it's like Cleveland, wow, you won a fucking game. But that's kind of big news. Like I said, they should be 3-0. Like they should have beat the Steelers. Their kicker sucks. And
oh my God.
He cost them the first 2 games.
How right did that kick go?
I mean, the first
2 kicks. Oh.
And then against the Saints, they had the Saints on the ropes. They came back. They had him beat. He missed 2 field goals at the end to lose the game. And it's like, dude, you're an NFL kicker. You got to make that shit.
They need to find a kicker quick if they want to. I guarantee if it's still him.
No, they cut him right after the Saints game. Yeah.
Kicker life is not safe.
Yeah, they hired a undrafted rookie who banged through 2 today, and for now it looks okay. So Cleveland on the come up with 1 win in the books.
Well, and Baker's starting now,
dude. I mean,
how cool is Baker Mayfield?
We watched his post game interview. The dude can handle himself with the toughest questions.
He's super composed. He's just smooth.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's going to speak volumes for how long he might be able to last in this league.
You brought it up to me, and it's like I had seen it when he went on Colin Cowherd, And there's this one play, I forget, I want to say it was it the, who were they playing?
Was it Oklahoma State?
No, it was Ohio State. I think it was when they were playing Ohio State.
It could have been. That was a big game.
He throws this like fourth touchdown pass, and he runs straight over to the student section, and he's cheering, and Colin Cowherd is like trying to blast him.
Yeah, trying to say he's not a team guy.
Yeah, because he's not celebrating with his team, but he's like, so you're going to bash me on this 5 seconds where I run to our student section and I'm cheering to our students, and then I go to the sideline and I'm cheering with my teammates on the sideline. So watching him handle that situation and totally flip the script on Cowherd like that, you know the dude knows what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah. No, and just to even see the crowd cheering for Baker Mayfield to come out before Tyrod even got hurt.
Yeah.
They were hoping for him, and not the way you want to get in, but that's how you get in the NFL.
And he even said that, like to his testament, in his post-game interview with the NFL Tonight guys, they're like, you came in when Tyrod went down, and he's like, he said it. He's like, that's not the way you want to come in because he's our captain. He's learned a lot from him, and he's helped him out. But on the other hand, I got a job to do, and I got to come in and I got to play.
And what's the O-lineman, Joe Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting there right next to him, and he's like, how did you do it with the starters when you've been taking second reps the whole time? And he's like, I've been doing that my whole life. I had to do it at Oklahoma. He did it at Texas Tech.
Oh, yeah.
And,
the dude's got some shit in his neck, and he gets that reference to Johnny Manziel, but to me, he's a much better football player than Johnny Manziel ever was.
Oh, yeah. And,
he's got that swag about him like Manziel, but he's not out to like try and fuck. Like,
it's a more team competitive.
Yeah, he's not trying to just show himself off. He's trying to like project it to the team, and put those guys
something that the team might rally around.
Exactly,
they're going to rally around him.
Yeah,
and when Joe Thomas is like giddy sitting next to Baker Mayfield after the game,
Yeah, he was a stalwart of that O-line for at least 12 years. And probably borderline Hall of Fame offensive tackle. And when you got that much excitement about a rookie quarterback coming to a struggling franchise, it can only be good things.
Yeah. And did you see the after parties going on in Cleveland?
Oh, dude, the beer lockers
opened. The Bud Light, the Dilly Dilly.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know that was happening, but it's been happening for weeks, right?
I thought it was fake.
I didn't know it was real. I was like, they're just going to give them tons of beer?
Yeah, I guess they opened up as soon as the game was over.
Thursday night in Cleveland. I bet you if we go there right now, what's the time right now for us?
It is
12:45, so it's 3 hours back?
It's 2.
2 in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2:45 in Cleveland. They're still going.
Oh, I'm sure.
They're going.
If that city doesn't burn down tonight because of excitement, they're not partying
Sean,
hard
so
enough.
In the game, too, because it wasn't like a blowout. I'm sitting there watching with Elise, and the 2-minute warning's happening, and Lisa's like, they're going to totally win. I was like, Elise, it's Cleveland. Don't jinx them. Don't.
They found worse ways to lose games.
Sean, and so after the 2-minute warning happens, and there's a fourth down opportunity in my head, because they were moving the ball well. I'm like, just go for it. Get the first down. Go for it. You get the win. The ball's in your hands. And decide the punt, and I'm like, oh my gosh. They did a great job. Was it Greg Williams, the defensive coordinator, was just, dude, he was fired up. And they're looking at him, the crowd's, and I'm just like, oh my God, don't show the crowd. They show up like a father and a son, and not like a young kid. This is like a 60-year-old dad and a 40-year-old son.
Who've seen nothing
and
but
I'm just
losing.
like, oh, don't do this to these people right now. They're like setting them up.
Yeah.
And so I was like, and they pulled it off.
See, my thing was on that 4th and 1, I'm like, I have Carlos Hyde in the big league with Eddie, and he scored 2 touchdowns, which is awesome because that's big points.
Oh, on top of that, Carlos Hyde's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And
he's expecting his first.
I think right after the game, I don't know if it's his first, but he's expecting a baby, and he ran to the hospital.
Well,
ex-49er.
From what I read about him, it said his wife was supposed to give birth before the game, and he might be late to the game. So he had a police escort set up to take him to the stadium.
That's badass.
And I guess she wasn't dilated, or she was very minimally dilated, and it wasn't going to happen. So he bounced and he made the game on time, but I guess he ran right over there afterwards. And, he was sitting on 99 yards.
Oh, the bonus.
Looking for that 100-yard bonus.
You've always gone for that.
That 4th and 1, it's like, come on, just hand him the ball. I need 1 fucking yard. You seal the game, take a knee. I get my bonus plus 2 touchdowns. It's a good day.
Awesome. So I just looked up on SB Nation right now. Carlos Hyde rushes to the hospital to welcome his baby after helping the Browns and their winless streak. Let's see. Do we got any stats on the baby? I'm looking it up. I can't see right now, but it looks like everything went smooth.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Good. Carlos Hyde, congratulations on the birthday, the baby, and the dub.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Thank you for helping my fantasy team. Which will lead us right into our next segment.
Oh, here we go.
Well, no, what do you never thought? Before we roll into Shit the Bed Sunday, you would never thought what?
That the Cleveland will win a game? Or what?
Come on, they're not that bad.
No, they're not. This is the year where,
they turn it around a little bit. So to segue back into that, we're gonna go into shit the bed Sunday.
Here we go. I forgot that Josh mentioned. I didn't even. I wasn't trying to.
I even wrote it on the paper.
I know. I'm looking at it now. All right.
So our fantasy segment, which we started a couple weeks ago, Shit the Bed Sunday. For all you fantasy football fans out there, this is a chance for you to vent and just say who shit the bed for your team last week.
Hey, and so again, Josh got me in this new Dynasty League, and I'm loving it. It's a good time. I'm getting trade offers from one guy every week. I got more, and I don't know why he does it Thursday nights, but I get trade offers every Thursday night. And actually, I think he might have, I don't know if he had a couple of drinks, but he offered me a good one. But I actually had to go up against Josh this last week, and he's doing well. And he's got Ben Roethlisberger in his lineup, who was kind of questionable. That he had the elbow issue.
Yep.
That son of a gun fucking went off. 50-something points in
4 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. He threw for like 360. I have him in the big league.
Oh,
he carried my team last week.
Josh almost put up 200 points on me, and I would not that I even had a good week. It just looked bad.
He beat you by like 130 points or something?
No, not by the end of it, because I had a Monday night guy.
Oh, okay.
That kind of did okay, but it was over.
Yeah.
It was over quick.
So by proxy, Josh has submitted his shit the bed Sunday as Optimus
What does
Prime
by
time.
proxy mean?
Because he's not here.
Okay, that's what it means?
Yeah.
Anyways, and I'm okay. Like, it happens to the best of us. You've had those games where you've been number one guy and blown someone out.
Oh, yeah.
And you've had the time where you're like, this motherfucker just went off on me.
Yeah. You run into the buzzsaw. Every once in a while, you just run into the fucking buzzsaw, and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, because don't get me wrong. Is Ben going to have another good game? Yeah, I might 1 or 2. He's got 2 or 3 of those every year.
Oh, yeah.
At
least.
It just landed on me.
Yeah, and that sucks.
But I'll give it to Josh. Congratulations, And what's great about Josh is that we have the end of the week review,
the recap in the Coaches League.
He's one of the best. I'll give it to him. I like to pretend like I don't read it when he brings it up. I'm like, oh no, I didn't see it. Sorry. Oh, but he gets down, dude, and he'll write a freaking essay.
Oh, you have to get into it.
The classic great intro.
Yeah,
3 paragraphs in a
yeah. He's got some topic
summary.
sentences.
Oh, dude, he's.
It's like, Paolo, have you ever written a review?
I don't write. Even if I did have the opportunity, I won't write it.
Dude,
I know. Well, I'll tell you what. Well, actually, you know what? Let's put Josh's out there.
Okay.
We should put. I'll screenshot Josh's because I can't do it.
You're not that creative?
I'm not that good at writing. Jeez, class I never took creative writing. Never took it.
Oh shit. All right, so
I took public speaking, and I'm still having problems with that. Obviously.
Well, I don't know if we call this public, but to me and you, it's public.
Yeah.
So for my shit the bed Sunday, we'll get away from Josh's for a minute because I think we've roasted your team enough.
Yeah.
I have LaShawn McCoy in 2 leagues, and the Bills are just god awful.
Oh,
he's like the best player on the team, and he doesn't get the fucking ball at all.
They let go of everybody.
I mean, they started Josh Allen, which I get. You need something because Nathan Peterman can't throw a fucking out.
Josh Allen's having a tough time. Out of all the rookies, I thought Josh Allen would have a decent start.
Oh, I
how frustrated is that?
I knew he wasn't going to have much to work with, but what really set it apart for me is Buffalo's on the 1 yard line. LaShawn McCoy gets pulled. Chris Ivory gets the 1 yard touchdown. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, he got me like 8 points. He got me 0 in the big league because he's done nothing. And he's supposed to be out this week because a fat lineman landed on him and like busted some of his ribs. So he definitely shit the bed for me. And another guy that shit the bed for me, Kittle. What is it? George Kittle?
Yeah.
George Kittle, tight end for the 49ers. After a big week last week, nine targets, like 95 yards, he dropped what would have been like a 50-plus yard touchdown. He was set to have a big week this week against the Lions. Dude caught like 2 balls for 8 yards.
Yeah. It's
like, come on, dude. Don't fuck my team like that. He's doing it just to spite me because I started him. I benched Jimmy Graham for him.
what? And Jimmy had a decent week.
It was okay. I mean, to me, Jimmy Graham in that offense it doesn't work. Jimmy Graham, don't get me wrong, he's a fucking red zone beast. But in the intermediate game, Rodgers he's like that third option in that intermediate game because he's looking for Devontae, he's looking for Randall, even Geronimo Allison. They're trying to stretch the field. And Jimmy Graham in that offense to me is kind of the odd man out.
He's never really fit since he's left New Orleans.
Yeah. I mean, New Orleans used him correctly.
He was a wide receiver.
Yeah. They put him out wide.
They're trying to use him like a real tight end, I think.
Yeah.
In Seattle.
That's just, no, he's in Green Bay.
Oh, that's right.
He was in Seattle.
Yes,
now
he
he's
was.
in Green Bay.
I know.
But those are my bed shitters for the week. What about you, Paolo?
Right now, I'm the biggest bed shitter. I didn't even get shit in the beds. I forgot about this segment. But I'll go with yours.
Oh, great job.
So I just shit the bed. Get the wet wipes out.
All right. So since Paolo can't come up with anybody from his fantasy team who did.
Oh, actually, I guess we'll just use this segment as the Timberwolves.
Okay.
I'll just go. That's my segment. Here we go. I got some info.
Okay.
The Minnesota Timberwolves have completely shit the bed. Every single player. So I guess Jimmy Butler screwed Karl Anthony Towns' girlfriend.
Allegedly.
Sure. Right? There's been pictures taken off the internet, which make it real.
Comments deleted.
All this kind of stuff. Everyone's into it. Andrew Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns. Anyways, Jimmy Butler's asking to get traded. He's asking for, what, LA Clippers, Nets, and Knicks?
Some desirable destinations.
Right. Not that they're like, is it maybe just for the cities? He wants to be in New York or LA, I guess, right?
I think it's big market teams with money that they can spend.
And where, they got money they can spend, and he could be a premier player still.
Yeah.
Right? So all of a sudden the social media war happens, and
it's great.
It's not. I love it, man.
It's so funny.
But it sucks for the Timberwolves.
Oh, it's
because they actually beat Houston one game in the playoffs last year. I think it went 5 games, right? 5 or 6 games, and they were a solid team. That Rose was on their team, even, right? I don't know if he's still on the team, but he played in the playoffs with them. And now I don't Are they even going to be competitors?
Dude, it's in complete disarray right now. So you got Karl Anthony Towns accusing Jimmy Butler of infidelity with his girlfriend.
Wait, Andrew Wiggins' brother sends out the hallelujah tweet.
Was it Andrew Wiggins' brother?
Yeah.
Oh, that Jimmy Butler wanted to be traded. And then Jimmy Butler posts a workout video, firing back at Andrew Wiggins about, low intensity because there's a knock on Wiggins that he doesn't go hard all the time.
Right, he's got no motor, he's got no heart.
Exactly. And then Steven Jackson jumps in.
This is my favorite part.
Yeah, Steven Jackson jumps in and he's just commenting as if he was Andrew Wiggins talking to his brother, saying how, Jimmy Butler plays hard, he's got a lot of heart.
I wouldn't do that, man. He
I
plays with
wouldn't
a lot
do
of
that. He
heart.
plays with a lot of heart.
And I got no heart.
Then he goes into like this Wizard of Oz spiel.
Oh, maybe I could go down the yellow brick road
Yeah,
and
right.
find me some heart. Like he's I don't know which one needs a heart. Scarecrow?
I need
Tin Man.
to find the wizard.
Yeah,
Take
go
me to
find-
the wizard. It was fucking
And
comedic.
he's smoking a blunt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's baked out of his mind.
And it was 2 videos
Yeah,
because then there
well-
was a response.
Yeah. Wiggins fires back and calls him a bum.
Old and a bum and
Yeah. And so then Steven Jackson goes in. Do you know who the fuck I am?
yeah.
And it's just like, I will fuck you up.
Run into me.
Yeah.
How old is Steven Jackson? You think 42, 40?
No, he's not that old. Maybe 37,
Dude,
38.
you got to remember he was a pacer when they fought against the Pistons and into the stands.
Yeah, so he's probably late 30s.
All right, we're mid to late 30s, Sean.
Oh.
We're mid 30s.
Yeah, here, let me look it
Yeah.
up.
Anyways,
Well, why-
we would not mess with Steven Jackson.
He's one of those guys that'll fuck you up.
Fuck, he's not afraid to throw a punch
Well, yeah, let's
or talk shit.
go into it. Basketball guys you wouldn't want to fuck with.
Well, one of the originals for me is we talked about 34 is Charles Barkley. Now maybe, first off, basketball fights don't look, they're too long and taller guys, and so the punches come out funky. But there are some tough guys. So like for me, Charles Barkley, not afraid to fight. I could go into the Detroit Pistons of the 80s, with Rick Mahorn was a badass, and who was the white guy? Freaking
Lambier?
Bill Lambier. Don't want to fuck with those guys. Couple Celtics, obviously. Dude, Larry would throw down.
Oh yeah.
Robert Parrish would,
I think we have to move away from that genre because everybody,
all fought.
everybody was tough.
Well, then we go into our era of like that mid 90s when like Alonzo Mourning would fight with, whoever. I remember the Pacers, the Heat, the Knicks.
Oh, yeah.
The Knicks were a tough team.
Well, it was like with the
John
Knicks,
Starks and freaking, even though he was a point guard, he'd come after you.
Oh yeah, you had like Anthony Mason, Charles
Anthony Mason.
Oakley.
Oh, you see, the big bodies were scary.
Yeah.
Bro. Oh, and then we were talking about let's talk about the Pistons of the early 2000s that won championships, and you had Rasheed on the team.
You didn't want to mess with Rasheed Wallace.
No,
like he was that guy that would just drop bombs on you.
right.
Big Ben would probably be tough, but Rasheed Wallace.
You know who Anthony Davis was scary looking?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. Was it Anthony, the dark Oakland guy? That was another Anthony Davis, right?
Well, no, it was Anthony Mason.
No, he was a pacer.
Antonio Davis.
Antonio Davis.
Because they had Dale Davis and Antonio Davis.
Scary.
Yeah.
You know who I wouldn't mess with, even though he was a point guard? I wouldn't mess with Gary Payton. He'd come at Oakland, bro.
Yeah. I guess I could see that. Let's see. Who else is there?
Who used to throw elbows? Oh, you know who? Karl Malone. Even though he's a country boy,
I'm sure
didn't he split freaking David Robinson? Or was that, yeah, he split up David Robinson's eye. He gave him like 12 stitches.
Well, Karl Malone was just a thick beast. Like, dude, he looked like a middle
I'm Karl
linebacker.
Malone.
Every time I think of that, I think of Jimmy Kimmel doing that shit.
And for how many people get in trouble for doing like the blackface?
Oh, and nobody seems to remember Jimmy Kimmel.
Was it at Pauley? The kid got expelled for doing blackface.
I think so.
And Jimmy Kimmel was did full Karl Malone.
Oh yeah,
it was hilarious. Hey, I'm Karl Malone.
And now he's a big proponent of not doing it. And it's like, dude, don't cast stones.
Yeah. So Steven Jackson is top of the line.
He's
of that
40,
class.
by the way. He's 40.
There you go.
Okay.
I was pretty close.
Yeah, you
All
were.
right.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah. Who else wouldn't you mess with? What about other sports?
Well,
let's think of hockey guys. There's enforcers in hockey, obviously.
Everybody in hockey. Everybody in hockey's down to fight. Which brings me to a point. I watched this pretty sweet video on Facebook, and it was in regards to hockey fights, and it had audio. So before every fight, it's like the dudes are talking to each other. Hey, you want to go?
Yeah.
You want to go?
It doesn't take much.
Yeah. Hey, right? You want to do it right after this? Sure. Okay. Like it's totally agreed upon, and then they throw down, and then afterward, good fight, good job, good job. Like they're buddy after it. And the funniest ones are when the guys wouldn't fight. The guys would drop their gloves, and then somebody would skate away. Oh, you fucking like the whole team would be calling that guy out
because they know the enforcers are only put on the ice to do that job.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you fucking pussy. And everybody's just chirping at the guy that didn't fight. And it's just like, oh, dude, that is so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And so awesome.
There's certain guys like, his name is Mason Crosby, right? The guy for the Penguins.
Sidney Crosby.
Sidney Crosby, oh God. But anyways, he used to not fight when he was first in the league, and then he kind of...
He's still a bitch.
He's still a punk.
Well,
but it's funny when it's like they'll go after him.
You look at him. He's not going to fight, and he's a superstar. But then you take the Capitals, and you look at a guy like Alexander Ovechkin,
who's an award winner. He's got a blowy.
Yeah, Ovechkin's that guy that will throw down.
Dude, you are the best hockey player in the world, almost recognized, and you're still rocking a chipped tooth.
No tooth.
Badass.
Yeah.
Badass.
And he'll throw down.
Oh, yeah, he ain't afraid. He's Russian, first of all.
Oh, dude.
You can't be a pussy and be Russian.
Yeah, if you're a hockey player and you don't like to fight and you're Russian, that pretty much means you're excommunicated from Russia.
Okay, what about baseball? Is there any badasses in baseball right now?
Right now? Absolutely not.
Well, let's talk about who's the guy who fought he was on the Blue Jays. And he got knocked out with the glass.
Jose Bautista.
But, right, he's down to he's feisty.
Yeah, but he got dropped by Roughneck Odor.
Right. So, but that's probably the one thing I would do. I would fight probably every single time. Not if I was a catcher, but if I was a shortstop or a second baseman, and someone's sliding in the second and not even going for the base, and they're taking out my legs, I'd just go right after them. I wouldn't even.
But see, in the old way of baseball, that's was
technique,
expected.
Right?
That was expected. You did whatever it took to break up a double play. And now with all these soft ass rules, you can't play like that anymore. So, back in the day, it was expected. If you didn't go hard into second, man, you were going to get your shit jumped by your team.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like the only tough guy I can think of in baseball would be Nolan Ryan.
And we mentioned that before.
It's like
great fighter.
Watching some of these baseball pussy ass fights, it's just like, everybody runs out and there's a lot of pushing and a lot of name calling, but
and again, you have to go to that late 80s, early 90s era of like that. That guy might kick my ass.
Okay, I got a baseball guy, Albert Bell from the Cleveland Indians. I probably wouldn't want to fuck with that guy because there was a time where he was running to second and the guy was in the base path and he just forearm shivered the shit out of the guy and he like stomped on him as he walked past, and it's just like, what the fuck are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
And like, he's a dude that I could say I wouldn't want to fuck with in baseball.
There you go.
Other than that, fuck.
All right, and it's football season. Who's right now current guy you wouldn't fuck with?
Ooh, current guy, Ndamukong Suh. Aaron Donald.
I think Ndamukong has that mean streak, though.
Oh, dude, he would fucking stomp you into oblivion.
What's his name from Cincinnati Bengals?
Vontez Burfict?
Perfect.
Oh, yeah. He throws down.
He'd throw down, bro.
Let's see.
I said Trevathan, but I don't...
Danny Trevathan? Maybe.
What about, who's a dirty? That doesn't give a fuck.
Let's see.
That's about it. It's not that mean street guy is not really... You don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
It's not PC.
Yeah, that tough guy mentality is kind of out the window now.
Yeah.
Everything's a penalty in the NFL.
Well, that's how our rant for the Timberwolves that led into badasses that you don't want to fuck with.
Yeah, right?
Oh, actually, there's one more badass you probably wouldn't fight. If you're a kicker in junior college, you don't want to run into me because I'll fight you.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about on the other team.
Yeah.
If you're on my team and you're my kicker, you better fucking...
make your kicks or Paolo's going to fight you on the sideline.
I'm going to fight you.
Still one of the best games ever.
Good moment. All right, Sean. So, hey, NL West. It's happening. It's a tight race. What you got going on there? We got the Rockies, the Dodgers. What's happening? That was a big game, 2 days ago?
They had a big series against the Rockies.
Puig hit a big one, huh? 3-run homer?
Yasiel Puig. So going into this week, the Dodgers were half game out behind the Rockies with a big 3-game homestand. Was it a homestand? I'm pretty sure it was a homestand. But the NL West has been tight all year, minus the Padres and the Giants. I mean, as of now, the Padres are 24 back. They're fucking done.
Right.
The Giants are 13 back, and they are fucking done.
Right.
So you're looking at Arizona, Colorado.
And Arizona's kind of had the lead the whole year, right?
Yeah, Arizona's been playing good ball. And then, the Dodgers have been getting hot. But with this 3-game series against the Rockies, who were in second place at the time, or no, they were half game up on the Dodgers, who were up on the Diamondbacks. So coming into this series, the Dodgers swept the Rockies, went from half a game back to 2.5 games up in the division. And
That's insane.
it's crazy.
Southern California is on fire.
Literally. And then the Diamondbacks are fading. I mean, they're 6 games back with like 3 weeks to go. The Dodgers have the Padres.
Hard to catch up after that, man.
Yeah. The Dodgers have the Padres this weekend, which, in most people's eyes should be an easy 2 to 3 wins. But
would you say it's because of Manny Machado?
I would say Manny's got something to do with it, but they've been playing good ball. They've been getting some decent pitching. They've been hitting the long ball like crazy. Mm-hmm. Do I think they have a chance to win the World Series? They might make the dance, but I don't think they beat the AL because Boston is fucking tearing the cover off the ball right now. And then another thing is if the Dodgers have to play St. Louis in the playoffs, it's just the Cardinals always seem to have the Dodgers number when it comes to playoff time.
History says no.
History says no. To me, it says no. But I don't think that's the biggest concern. I think the biggest concern in the NL is the Brewers. Milwaukee is just fucking murdering people right now. They're coming out of nowhere, middle of the road pitching staff, but their bats are fucking hot, and they're just getting it done. Do they win? Do they win it all out of the? Do they win the divisional series and the championship series? I don't know. They could. I mean, if their hitting holds up and they get enough pitching, I think they'll be okay. But you're looking at like the Braves, the Cardinals, anybody from the NL West. It's just it's tough. I really think Boston's the team to beat this year. They're 8 games up on the Yankees in the AL East, and they're like 93-36 or something fucking ridiculous like that.
They're the squad right now, huh?
Yeah, they're just that good. Their pitching staff's legit. Their bullpen's good. Their lineup's fucking deep, and it's going to be a tough haul for anybody this year.
All right, well, you heard it here. Boston, not LA.
Not LA. I just don't think they have the pitching. They spent
it's a fun race, though. It's fun to watch.
It is.
Like that 3-run homer was just...
pinch hit.
Was it in the 7th inning?
Yeah, pinch hit, bomb. But let's talk about probably the most underrated California team in baseball.
The Oakland A's?
The Oakland A's.
They're awesome, bro.
Dude, they are just doing it with nobodies.
I love it. But that, Moneyball.
That's how they
it's
play.
Moneyball. They do it every year.
I mean,
a strong run like they're doing right now every couple years, but they're a farm team.
Yeah,
they're the best farm team you've ever seen.
They're big dog Chris Davis. No, not a big dude, but he's got more home runs in the last 3 years than every big name guy out there. The dude's sitting on like 43 bombs right now, and he plays in one of the worst hitting parks in the country. Oakland Coliseum is fucking terrible.
I've had some great memories there, but it's janky, man.
It's a fucking huge stadium.
Oh, it's never filled.
No, it's never filled.
It's never filled. Even when it's packed, it's not filled.
Well, I'm not talking about capacity. I'm talking about the fences. I mean, to hit a bomb there, the fences are super fucking high, like everywhere, and you got to carry like 390, 400 just to get it out. And it's like you have to hit a bomb to get it out of there.
Dude, you got your stadiums down as far as distances.
Oh yeah, it's
where if you're for you if you go on a home run derby, where are you hitting home runs at?
Well, you want to hit it in Colorado because of the thin air
elevation. Okay.
Yeah. Yankee Stadium.
Just because it's Yankee Stadium?
No, because it's 314 to right and
let's talk about Boston though. Let's talk about the big green giant wall.
The Green Monster?
The Green Monster. How far is that?
330, I think.
And how tall is it?
Christ. Probably like 40 feet.
Dude, you're the man.
It's probably way off, but it's high.
What about Tropicana?
The Trop? It's an indoor park. It's normal. 350 to right and probably 335 to left.
And so Oakland just shits on all of these places.
Oh, it's just so deep, dude. It's fucking huge. Like the power alleys out there.
I used to date a girl like that.
Stupid.
But don't.
I mean, but a lot of places these days, is definitely hitters parks. outside of like the pretty much the West Coast stadiums, like Dodger Stadium, not a great home run hitting park. If it's hot outside in a night game, yeah, the ball will carry a little bit, but it's still pretty deep. You got AT&T Park.
Love that place.
You got to hit bombs. I mean, it's fucking deep everywhere. They got that janky ass wall out and right. Left field.
Don't talk shit about the fucking Bay.
Hey, it is what it is. You know, it takes Barry Bonds to hit fucking home runs to right field.
Dude, it's cool when you hit them into the water, though.
Well, yeah, you got to fucking crush it.
Yeah.
You got Petco.
It's Triples Alley. You hit like when they're that far back, I guess.
Yeah.
And you hit the wall. You make it to third.
I mean, another one. You know, Petco. They had to move the fences in Petco just to try and get more home runs because it's just such a pitcher's park. But you know, look at that. 3 stadiums in California, all pitcher's parks. It's like everywhere else, let's just hit bombs.
Yeah. The home run is back.
Yeah, well, it's been back. You know, they're saying the ball is juiced and all that. But I think
stitch into leather. Dude, it's like a conspiracy theory.
Total conspiracy
The
theory.
webbing inside the ball is different.
It's well,
whatever it is, there's something.
Nobody wants to see a 1-0 game.
No.
Everybody wants to come see bombs.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see
and
it.
small ball's not that exciting.
No, it's really not. Yeah, it might win you some games. But,
great bunt.
Yeah. Oh, great sacrifice right there, said no one ever.
I'll tell you what, the only time small ball's fun is when you're Ricky Henderson and you're stealing.
Oh, yeah. Or even Vince Coleman from Seattle when you steal 110 bases in a year.
Right.
You know, it's like...
That's exciting.
Exactly.
I'll take that, you know?
Yeah. We got one more thing on the docket for today. Let's transition out of baseball. Let's go back to basketball just for a quick second.
Right. LeBron James posted a picture of 4 lockers, him, Bugs Bunny, a director, and the producer of all the Michael B. Jordan movies. You know, the Black Panther, Apollo Creed, or just Creed, I'm sorry. But you know who Michael B. Jordan is.
Yeah.
Right.
Fahrenheit 451.
Space Jam #2.
Are you excited?
Yes and no.
I'm going to go with no.
I'm a fan of the basketball movie. I'm a Looney Tune guy.
Yeah.
And if they do it right, and you know what, if I was doing it, and okay, LeBron's in it, that's cool because you got to draw the people in it.
You got to have the most relatable guy,
right? But for me, I'm thinking get Bill Murray.
It has to have.
You got to have Bill Murray.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get Taz. I'm a big Taz guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's the Pink Bunny? She's hot.
Oh, I don't know.
You got to get her in it. You know. But and the story's got to be decent. You know, is it the monster? Yes, Layla Bunny.
I want to say that was her name.
Right, it's not Babs.
No,
not Babs. But you know, you got to have good, you know, storyline because there's going to be other pros in it too.
There has to be.
There has to be other pros, and
it's got to be against the Monstars.
Maybe no, it doesn't. But it's got to be. It's got to be. It's Space Jam. I guess you have to, right?
It's got to be against the Monstars
or Marvin. I'm a huge Marvin the Martian fan. Maybe Martian builds a team. Do you steal powers again?
I don't know.
You can't. You don't want to steal the old storyline.
Yeah, you have to come something fresh, but keep it like along the same line.
Now, and this comparison is going to be, because they get compared all the time. What was Michael a good actor in the movie? Because LeBron's been in a movie or two. Who's going to be the better actor?
Michael wasn't great in that. But the movie itself was what pulled him through, I think.
Oh, yeah. And again, Michael had his friends that he pulled together. Like, who's LeBron going to get? Michael's like, hey, Charles, coming out. Patrick.
Yeah.
Muggsy, cool dude.
Sean Bradley. Let's just bring a random white guy.
Sean was, but you needed that. I think they drew the Monstars first. And Jordan was like, hey, that's Sean Bradley. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's get
Larry Johnson.
Let's get a 7'6" guy who gets dunked on all the time.
Oh, man. What a funny character. But no. Who's LeBron going to get?
Does he have friends?
Yeah, he hangs out with Draymond Green, and he hangs out with Khloe Kardashian's boyfriend that used to be on his team.
Tristan Thompson.
Boom. And who else is his friends?
Well, Draymond should be a Monstar.
Draymond should be a Monstar.
Because he'd be a good one.
Let's here we go. Who's the Monstars?
All right, so we got Draymond. I think
Kyrie would be fun, maybe. Well, Kyrie's got his own movie. Scratch him.
Yeah, he's already got Uncle Drew.
Who's the mean guard for the Monstars right now?
Mean
Chris Paul?
I could see Chris Paul.
Do you put
or like
the
a Russell
beard?
Westbrook?
Oh, well, actually, that's perfect.
Yeah, I think Russell Westbrook.
And actually, Russell Westbrook is someone I might not fuck with. He might fight me.
I think he's not as tough
More
as
attitude.
he comes across.
Maybe. But he would be a great Monstar.
I think he's a Monstar. So you got him, Draymond.
You got Anthony Davis would be a Monstar with a unibrow?
No.
Come on.
I got a better one. Boogie Cousins.
Boogie would be scary. You're right.
I might not fuck with Boogie.
Boogie, I won't fight with.
Or what's his name? Zach Randolph.
Right. Zach Randolph is someone
Zebo. He's one of those guys you probably don't want to fuck with. I think those
two.
You
go European alien? Would you get like a Zaza?
What's he gonna trip everybody? Grayson Allen.
Oh, you can't get the mean white guy. Yeah.
Let's see. Who else would there be? Tough guys.
You get the beard.
I already said James Harden.
Did you?
Yeah, I said James Harden.
I thought we talked about Chris. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be fun to see who becomes the Monstars because I really don't care. Yeah, we know LeBron's in it.
Yeah,
it's everyone else.
You know they're gonna win.
Oh yeah, and LeBron's gonna become a Looney Tune.
Yeah,
great.
Wow.
But everything. And like, does Jordan make an appearance?
Ooh,
the Ridge. Why not? He's got to have some kind of ownership on the actual Space Jam.
Is Danny DeVito in it? Because he was the coach in the first one.
Hey, Danny DeVito is great, and he's still pumping out funny. I'm glad Always Sunny's back.
I haven't watched.
I haven't, but I'm ready to just
binge watch.
Yeah, maybe have a 6-pack.
Yeah,
maybe that's what I watch when I get my my paternity leave. I'll knock out some Always Sunny in the middle of the night. When I'm feeding the baby.
There you go.
Yeah, that's something I'm planning for.
Okay.
What should guys? Any old series that I could knock out while I'm on paternity leave and binge watch? Let me know.
Ozarks.
I'm about to start that right after this.
Yeah, Ozark's good. Let's see. What else is good? And you're all caught up on Game of Thrones. You could always watch that again.
Always watch Game of Thrones.
Ballers. Have you watched Ballers?
I have watched Ballers. I haven't watched this last season.
I like Insecure. That's a good one.
Yeah. There's going to be something on Netflix. There's so many Netflix originals.
Oh, I know. It's ridiculous. You can't keep up with all those.
Yep. Well, all right. So that was it for Space Jam and upcoming TV shows that I need to knock out.
Yeah.
I hope it's good.
Yeah. I don't know. My expectations are super low on that. But I think that's going to do it for
today. Will it
be
better? Well, it might be done, but I'm going to just say real quick. I want your take. Have you seen Uncle Drew yet?
No.
Do you think it's going to be better than Uncle Drew? You haven't seen it. Just.
I mean, I've seen some previews for Uncle Drew. It looks okay. Uncle Drew looks okay. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say it's good.
Look at Uncle Drew has old players, a couple new players.
It's got Reggie
Is it going to
Miller.
have a better cast than Space Jam?
No.
Shaq.
It's got
Shaq, Lisa Leslie.
Well, no. I'm saying Uncle Drew has a better cast.
Yes. I think Shaq. That's what I'm saying.
It's got Reggie Miller. It's got Shaq, Lisa Leslie,
Nate Robinson, Kyrie Irving. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah.
What is Space Jam 2 gonna do?
It better come with it.
It's got to come with at least
Space
some
Jam
of the
1
names.
had R. Kelly in the soundtrack.
Before he peed on girls.
Yeah, don't be an R&B singer on the Space Jam 2 album. You might not have. They're going to look into your career.
It might be career suicide.
It could be. All right. Well, hey, that's another episode of Hold My Whistle. I'm Paolo.
I'm Foy.
And let's hit the music.
Can you blow my whistle, baby, let me know. Girl, I'm gonna show you how to do it, and we start real slow. You just put your lips together and you come real close. Can you blow my whistle, baby, whistle?